In the Outrage of the Week segment tonight, Michigan voters will say yes or no to affirmative action on November 7th. It's on the ballot. But those in support of affirmative action are getting a little rowdy. The Coalition to Defend Affirmative Action by Any Means Necessary is leading the way and has disrupted meetings and confronted people with whom they disagree. This, of course, is shades of the Columbia University Minuteman action last week. And the question is, why is this stuff happening in a democracy? Joining us now from Lansing is Jennifer Gratz, Executive Director of the Michigan Civil Rights Initiative, which opposes affirmative action. Why don't you just define, I asked the Reverend to define what she thought about torture. She didn't want to do it. I hope you'll define your position on affirmative action so everybody knows where you're coming from.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bill, for having me. I don't think that affirmative action should include race preferences. I think that our government should treat people equally, judge people on their merit and their character, not their skin color or their sex.
All right. But if it was economically based affirmative action, would you be for it?
I would be for that.
Okay. You just don't want a color scheme in college admissions and job hiring.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, it's on the ballot. People are going to vote for it in Michigan because the University of Michigan have all this controversy there. And your group is opposed, other groups are for. So what's the problem? Why do we have all of this chaos in the meetings, and what is the problem?
Well, the group that you're seeing, By Any Means Necessary, quite frankly, they don't believe in free speech, they don't believe in democracy, and they don't believe in equal treatment under the law. And so they will use any means necessary to even stop the people from voting on this issue because they're scared. It's scare tactics, and quite frankly, they're desperate right now.
What do the polls say?
The polls right now, it's 3 weeks out, and the polls are all over the place. And I think that it's it tells us just how scared, how many doomsday scenarios are out there. Our opposition, they've recently released an ad comparing passing Proposal 2 to the tragedies of 9/11 and Katrina. It's just really outrageous. Lots of doomsday scenarios out there right now.
So it could go either way. It's a close initiative. Now, has anything happened to you? Have these guys confronted you?
Oh, the group, By Any Means Necessary, they follow me. I often have security with me when I'm speaking at public events. They've taunted, they've intimidated, and it's meant to try to stop the process, to stop people from voting and to stop people from talking about this issue.
Now, have you been threatened?
I have been threatened,
well,
unfortunately.
Tell us about that. Tell us about that.
Well, the group By Any Means Necessary says that they will use any means necessary to keep these policies in place. And so they threaten by their name, by their tactics.
No, but come on, Jennifer, let's be fair. Have you been outright threatened? I mean, I get death threats all the time. I know what threats are. Have you been threatened?
There's a gentleman in that group, which gentleman is the wrong word to use. He carries a knife with him, and he has made sure that I've known that he has that knife on him.
Did he say he had a knife to you?
He did tell me he had a knife. It was after I had asked him, I asked him if he had that knife on him while he was talking with people that signed the petition, and he said, well, not this one.
Okay, now this group wants to come on to Factor. I'm considering it. I don't want to put loons on, but we'll pre-interview the guy. What's his name? Luke Massey. You know this Luke Massey guy?
Luke Massey. He's been involved.
He's not the guy with the knife, is he?
He is. He is.
Oh, Luke Massey's the guy with the knife? We better put him on the bird then. I don't want him in the studio. That's interesting. Maybe we will have Mr. Massey on. Yeah. See, look, I don't care how people vote in Michigan. They're smart enough to vote on this initiative what they want, but I don't like these tactics, and I don't want you to be in any danger. And that's wrong, and we will fight against that. And I want you to be very careful in the next few years. Do you have enough security?
I'm careful, and I'm confident that I'll be safe, and that big business, big government, big labor won't prevail by using any means necessary. I think the people are smart enough to know to vote yes on this proposal to end these policies.
Okay, we'll get Mr. Massey a shot next week if he wants to come on. And Jennifer, we stay safe. We appreciate you coming on.
Thank you very much.